Money is just a number in a database. That's what it is. And it's primarily an information mechanism for labor allocation.
Cryptocurrency is reforming our world. It has taken our view of how money works, pulled it apart, and put it back together. Like, who knew even as little as 15 years back that your possessions didn't have to be felt, touched, or seen for them to exist? But in today's world of cryptocurrencies, this concept is very normal. So how far will cryptocurrency go? Will it become the next reserve currency? Here's why cryptocurrency will replace the US dollar. The US dollar currently holds the position of world's primary reserve currency. It's everywhere. The global economy partially runs on the US dollar, with major assets like oil, gold, and coal being valued in the US dollar. So is the dollar coming down anytime soon? Let's first explore its history.
Trust you. I wouldn't trust you. In fact, I wouldn't trust any single person. But I might trust everyone.
The US dollar's history. Back when the Second World War happened, countries like England and France, which were allies with the US, sent their gold reserves over to the United States. This was to protect those reserves from being stolen by the enemy during war. Once the war ended, the Allies wanted nothing but financial stability. So in a small town in New Hampshire named Bretton Woods, an arrangement was signed declaring the US dollar as the worldwide reserve currency. The US dollar was trusted as a store of value as well as a medium of exchange. But even that didn't last long. Soon enough, the US faced the Vietnam War, the New Deal, and much more, which sent the US dollar floating. But even without any gold backing its value, the US dollar still remained the global standard of currency. So how does cryptocurrency lessen the need for a currency like the dollar? Let's take a look into the creation of the first cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, and blockchain next.
The idea is you don't have a central record of transactions. Instead, you distribute many, many copies of this ledger around the world. Each owner of each copy records every transaction.
Cryptocurrency's birth. The first cryptocurrency ever was created just 11 years ago. Bitcoin was created by Satoshi Nakamoto, who also created blockchain as the ledger to go with it. Over the years, both Bitcoin and blockchain have completely revolutionized the way we know finance. Things like asymmetric cryptography, hash functions, digital signatures, and append-only timestamp logs can make the entire internet more secure. That's all thanks to Bitcoin. Also, ever since Bitcoin came into existence, thousands of other cryptocurrencies, also known as altcoin, have also entered the space. Alongside Bitcoin, these altcoins have grown tremendously over the years, and it seems now that there's no stopping them. Coins like Ethereum and Dogecoin offer different functions with the same virtual asset models. Suffice to say, cryptocurrency has grown so much that even small derivatives are a huge part of the finance world. Individuals, small and large companies alike, are also recognizing the importance of this new phenomenon. Thousands are trading on the daily, and even more learning about cryptocurrencies. And while we're at it, let's also look at some of the benefits of cryptocurrencies replace the US dollar.
So, to buy something using cryptocurrency, I give the shop my details. The shop asks all the bookkeepers if I'm good for the money. The bookkeepers all check their records.
The benefits of cryptocurrency. First and foremost benefit of cryptocurrency is its anonymity. You can make transactions using virtual currency without your name being attached to them, unlike traditional banking. Also, cryptocurrencies aren't at all dependent on the US dollar, so that takes away the control that the dollar has over your finances. So 1, nobody finds out that it's you who just sent someone the tip in another country. And 2, you don't need dollars for it. Next comes limited supply. While it's true that not all cryptocurrencies are limited in supply, let's just talk about Bitcoin for now. Bitcoin, as the largest cryptocurrency in the world today, has its famous 21 million supply limit attached to it. When the supply is limited, as basic economics states, the good inevitably increases in value. This means that Bitcoin is bound to be worth more and more over time. The dollar, on the other hand, gets printed by literal printers. This means there's no limit to it. And taking political influences into account, there's nothing anchoring the dollar's value. It can be manipulated as the government pleases.
See if I have enough. If I do, they tell the shop, and then all update their records to show the movement of money.
There's always the cost aspect too. Fiat currencies such as the US dollar require great transactional fees to be able to move smoothly. Cryptocurrencies come at much cheaper transaction fees, and this makes their movement more efficient and affordable. So with all these plus points, it could be argued that the US dollar fails at the efficiency front. Cryptocurrencies are a better option than US dollars, so what's really stopping it from replacing the US dollar already? Why hasn't cryptocurrency replaced the US dollar yet? The thing is, while cryptocurrencies are traded, they aren't being used as a means of exchange, meaning they aren't being used to buy and sell other things, like the dollar is. The market caps of the cryptocurrencies are huge, whereas the daily volume remains small in comparison. It is even said that a high percentage of Bitcoins have not changed IP addresses since a few years. They are treated as an asset to simply buy and put away, to gradually increase in value. This means that cryptocurrency is not known for a use case like being a medium of exchange. Plus, the fact that complete transparency is required for the adoption of cryptocurrency makes things a little difficult.
There's no way that a forged transaction can make it in. If I try to alter a ledger, it won't match all of the other copies, and it gets rejected.
When each and every transaction will be stored on the blockchain forever, many common practices will become virtually impossible. This includes corruption, and with the governments of the world currently controlling all the money, corruption is understandably a common concept. It really makes you think whether this huge source of income for a lot of powerful people would simply be halted. Would the governments want less corruption? This aspect definitely creates the incentive to put barriers in cryptocurrency's success. And political issues like this have definitely slowed down the adoption too. There's always the volatility issue as well. Cryptocurrencies are highly volatile because their values are determined through speculation. This strips cryptocurrencies from that stability that is needed by a currency to function smoothly. And considering how this factor is an inherent one, and there's nothing that can be done, also raises many questions. But there are other problems that cryptocurrencies need to solve too, and speed is one of them. Visa could take on more than 70,000 transactions per second, while Bitcoin manages only a percentage.
Oh, and one of them, at random, will be given a reward of some newly created cryptocurrency.
Not to mention how the risks right now are immense too. Speaking of risks, let's look at some in detail, and also if getting around them is easy or not. Risks attached to cryptocurrencies. While cryptocurrency is a game changer, there are some risks that, if not tackled, could take away from cryptocurrency's reliability. These risks specific to cryptocurrency include lost hardware, lost passwords, hacking, scamming, and extension, just to name a few. You should also note the fact that while the central exchange protects users against these threats, cryptocurrency exchanges may not. This makes cryptocurrencies less secure for its users. Another interesting thing to note is that the main principle of cryptocurrency trade, which are of confidentiality, integrity, and availability, are found in the crypto wallet. But even so, they aren't completely safe. Attackers can without a doubt try to steal your digital assets. One specific attack, called the Electro Rat, gets into crypto wallets and takes away their contents.
This is how cryptocurrencies work. And remember, all of these bookkeepers, all of these ledgers, they're not actually people, they're computers. Lots of computers.
And what's so interesting about this particular malware is that its author wrote the whole thing from the very beginning. They didn't rely on any previously found code libraries that have been found in other types of malware. That unique feature made the virus slip through the nets of many antiviruses at first. But given all these risks, and given the potential to solve them, cryptocurrency really could become the net reserve currency. This is because for the last decade or so, people have been looking for another reserve currency. They want to move from the dollar, and that's because it's everything but perfect. It might not even be stretching it if we say that the US dollar is only being used and supported to this day because there's no suitable alternative yet. There are no other fiat currencies that can go as far as the US dollar, not the British pound or the euro. So if there's no physical currency, can a virtual one take its place?
But the combination of Silk Road and Bitcoin will save us?
Well, it will be useful for legal and illegal transactions. Otherwise, it would have no value as a use of for legal transactions.
Back when Libra first came out, it undoubtedly had reserve currency potential. The idea was powerful, a single global stable coin supported by many other currencies. But the Congress and the lawmakers were against that. So why can't the process continue till we have a singular perfect cryptocurrency? It most certainly can, if the government keeps an open mind. And did you know that after the credit card was first introduced, it took Congress 15 or 20 years to come up with laws that recognize that technology's existence? Let's just hope that the same will happen with crypto. So what are your thoughts on why crypto will replace the US dollar? Sound off in the comment section below. And if you're new to the channel, thumbs up, subscribe, and ring that notification bell for future updates. Until next time.